Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, November the 4th, 2025. Welcome to Sea Lake Journeys. I'm Chet, your host, and with me today is my co-host, Sensei Wabbit, second degree dirty belt. He's wearing his hat today instead of his bandana, but that's okay. He just kind of got in a groove with the hat. He'll be back to normal maybe tomorrow, because tomorrow will be Wacky Wednesday at 8:30. But chances are it may come on a little earlier. Look for us at 8 o'clock or 8:15 tomorrow, because Kurt and Marcia may still be out, and Eddie Lugo's out, and Jen's out today. So there's no 8:30 show for Jen. So we're going to try to, if it all works out, we're going to roll on over till 9 o'clock for Go Live Together. Of course, we've been hanging out with Jimmy this morning. Jimmy, the Astute Tour, starting off at 6 o'clock. He missed yesterday, but he came in today to catch back up, and he'll be back on tomorrow at 6 a.m. as well. Let me see if anybody's in my basement yet. No, not yet. There could be a knock at the door for the basement, so I'll have to keep my eye peeled on that. Let's say good morning to 15 or 3 people here this morning. Looks like, oh, that's more than 3. There's Scott right there. Good morning. Rise and Shine crew. Thanks for joining me there. Happy Tuesday to you, Scott. And Ryan coming in from PK Adventure Travels. Good morning to you, Ryan. Happy Tuesday, Scott. Ryan. Oh, I can do this too. There you go. That way, in case I miss somebody, it'll be there. Pete coming in from the other side of the world. Pete, our time fell back now, so now we're back to being an equal time difference between us that we was used to be before our time. Your time changed before our time did or something, but now we're all back to normal again, right? And Danny D right there, good morning to you, Danny, saying, yo, Danny. And TNT right there, Tom and Terry coming in, good morning all. First day back from Nashville. Hope you had a fantastic trip, Tom and Terry. Hope it was everything you needed it to be and wanted it to be. Now, Marjorie coming in, good morning to you, Marjorie. Big old hug for Marjorie right there. Good morning to you. Ooh, that kind of a little sore this morning. Had a pretty good workout, y'all. I got up at 4 o'clock, headed to the gym at 4:30, and only took an hour to do my workout. For some reason today, I was like, I usually do supersets. Like I'll do a push movement and a pull movement. That way there's less time to rest. But today I was like really getting it. I was really moving. I was like, wow, I'm done in an hour? How about that? Usually it's an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 15 minutes. And my last workout was an hour and a half. A whole hour and a half, because I just got really King Kong in it for some reason, Check my Facebook for a new pole dance lesson. I did see that yesterday. I saw a pole dance from Tom yesterday over on Facebook. Y'all check it out over on TNT's Adventures to see over on his Facebook page. And you're going to want to be, make sure you get on the Facebook page for next April's ABC cruise. Even if you don't go on the ABC cruise, you can keep track of what we're going to be doing and what we are doing and what's going on through that Facebook page over there with Tom and Terry. I just got a message that somebody's knocking on my door. Who could it be? Y'all hear that? It's Scott. How about that?
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, Scott, what's going on, man?
Not much. Give me a sec. I just have to nuke my coffee. So let me put somebody in here real quick. So,
all right, you nuke that coffee, and I'll be sitting here. I got water.
Who do you want to talk to? You want to talk to Jeremy and Cheryl? You want to talk to Ryan, or you want to talk to Kenny?
You surprise me.
Okay.
It's Jeremy and Cheryl. Hey, are they there? They're there. They're just being very still at the moment, very still and quiet. But yeah, what's that, Jeremy? Oh, okay. And Cheryl, what? Oh, all right. They're saying that they're so glad to be here on Sea Lake Journeys this morning. We are so glad that they're here. How about that? Hey, Danny D. Hello. Yeah. So, hey, we got some news stories this morning we're going to talk about here. News stories. We'll start off with one. I think it's kind of a good news kind of thing. It's kind of exciting. Holland America is going to be putting a float in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Yeah. And they got some singer that I never heard of. I don't know who she is, but maybe y'all do. I forgot to even write her name down because I was like, I don't know who that is. But she's going to be singing on the float, and it's going to have an Alaska theme. So Holland America Cruise Line is going to have a Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade float featuring Alaska cruises, and somebody's singing about it. And I don't know who that singer is, Scott. Did you see that on the cruise news today?
I did not know.
Yeah, Holland America, the Thanksgiving Day parade. Do you watch the Thanksgiving Day parade, Macy's?
No, because I'm usually working. If we have it on at work, we watch it. Like 2 years ago, I think we had it on at work. So I watched it, but not typically because I'm normally working.
I grew up watching it and had my kids. Had them watching it while they were growing up, and then like a couple years after they got grown, they started doing some weird stuff, and I just boycotted them for years. And I really haven't watched them in years. It's been that long since right after my kids were grown up. So it's probably been close to 20 years since last time I watched a parade. I think they're putting stuff in a Thanksgiving parade that don't need to be in a Thanksgiving Day parade. I'll let your imagination run wild with what you think that might be, or maybe you got your own opinions on that. But
yeah, let's take a look. Hold on, I'll share this with you, Mr. Chetmeister.
All right, what we got?
GH Holland. Okay.
But who knows?
One.
Oh, I see that. There's Holland America. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Scott sent this picture over to me right there. Holland America. They love Alaska. Macy's Day Parade. I may have to try to watch the parade this year. I want to see their float. I do. I want to see their float. I want to see what it's all about. And Holland America was the first into Alaska, and they've been there the longest, followed by Princess Cruises. And they're kind of the two number one cruise lines if you want to go to Alaska, so they say, the experts say. But that's subjective for everybody. But I would do Alaska on Holland America. Of course, Princess is my first choice, but
yeah, and that's what it will look like, Chet, actually, on the bottom. I have another picture there.
Is it? Okay, let's pop it up and see. Oh, look at that.
So it's going to have a tribute to, now that I'm just looking it up, but first Chet said it, but it's going to have a tribute to the wildlife in Alaska.
Yeah, it's going to be the largest kinetic sculpture in Macy's parade history.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow. And there's going to be some lady singing on it. I have no idea who she is. Probably some famous singer, but my dad didn't know who Led Zeppelin was, and I don't know who this lady is.
Grammy-nominated artist. Okay, so who is it? Grammy. Yeah. Oh, Jewel.
I don't know who Jewel is. Who is she?
Jewel. Jules.
Does she sing something that everybody would recognize? Like, oh, everybody knows that song, because sometimes people got a song, the song, but you have no idea who it was that sung it.
Who Will Save Your Soul? One of the biggest artist hits, 21 million streams on YouTube alone. Jules' signature part operatic, part warble, part pop voice, driven by the acoustic guitar pieces. This track was also first song released from Jules' 1995 studio album, Pieces of You. Okay.
Well,
Foolish Games was the next one. Oh, I know Foolish Games. You were meant for me. I know that one too. Yeah, okay. All right. I know who Jewel is.
Okay.
I'll show you here. This is hold on, where's a good picture of her?
John's always too busy cooking to watch the parade.
Yeah, if Kenny was here, he'd be like, this is a fine looking lady.
Oh, okay.
Right here. And this is Jewel. I'm not playing anything because we can't play Jewel.
Stuff, yeah.
That is Jewel. Here's an earlier picture of her actually. There. And then
I don't think I've ever seen her before.
1992 at just 18 years old. Wow. Down so long. Here's another one. This is kind of when I was growing up. This is the Jewel that I knew. 1998. So I was like 11-ish.
Nice shoes.
Yeah. You Were Meant for Me. This a little bit older here. Foolish Games, if you guys know. And then her famous was Who Will Save Your Soul. So
Interesting.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
remember Jewel. I mean, she wasn't like overly popular, but yeah, I recognize. I remember early songs for sure. Me, PK, and Coker are all around the same age.
Maybe if I heard one, I might say, okay, I think I've heard that one before, or something like that. Probably, huh?
It was radio. It was like that, like the soft FM 93.9
Oh,
with
well,
Chet and Scott. Here's Jewel's first hit.
that's possible then. John says it's the Atz family daughter.
The Ats, yes, correct.
Jill's kind of old school. She
Me
ain't
too.
that old because I know all the old school, man. I'm old school, man. I'm talking, Deep Purple and Led Zeppelin and Aerosmith and stuff like that.
She's not that old school. She's old school for she's old school for like my age, like 35, like Chet's kids, my
people
age,
younger
Ryan,
than my kids.
Poker, yeah.
Foolish Game, Standing Still, Intuition. Well, Ryan knows it. Ryan's right there in that age. Hey, check it out. A new member right there, Tommy 062T. New member, double squeakies for Tom right there. Tommy, shall I say? And let's see if I got a big old thank you video right here. I think I do. Which one have I got? How about this one?
Just want to say thank you very much. Thank you very much for subscribing to our channel. Thank you very much for watching our videos. Thank you very much.
And thank you for the membership. And thank you for watching. Thank you.
There you go, Tommy. You rock right there, according to Robin from Sea Lake Journeys. Thanks so much for the membership. We appreciate you. Woohoo! How about that? That's the way you kick off a Tuesday morning right there. This is Tuesday, right? Yeah, that's right.
It is Tuesday, yep.
I listened to her early songs mostly. Sensei Chet. Hey, that's Zach from Coker Culture right there, y'all. Gangsta Sensei Wabbit. Everyone in the double squeaky dojo, whomever that tiny Asian man is.
Wait, hold on. I don't want to confuse you. It's not Ryan from PK Adventures, but it's Scott from Controversial Cruise.
The sideways, I thought it was Ryan there for a second.
Yeah.
That's Ryan. All you need is a fish tank over there, and we would know it was you.
I don't know if I pick on Zach and Ryan more or Eddie. It's a toss up. I mean, man, it's fun. It's fun.
Two good guys right there. I hope Eddie's having a blast out there on his cruise. I know he is because he's on a cruise. Eddie, try not to eat too much if you're listening. Chris,
at least they get a week off from having to wake up to him all week. Whew.
Well, yeah. Everybody
now I get to wake up to you.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, didn't come on until 8 though. When I get home, I have so much stuff to do after the gym. I'm running irrigation stuff. I have to go back and forth with that. I have to take care of the dog stuff. Got to make breakfast, setting up things. It's crazy over here. I listened to her. Oh, I did that one already. Where did I leave off at? Zach, Chris,
Ryan, like middle school, high school dances. Like that's when I remember Jewel. Like when nobody was there, they used to play Jewel to like get everybody in the mood, and everybody would stand over in their like corners. The guys would stand over here, and all the girls would stand over here. Oh, they're so stupid. Ryan, you know that's when we listened to Jewel. We never wanted to, or when our girlfriend back then said, "Oh, let's listen to Jewel." You're like, "Oh yeah, I like that song." Foolish Games. Ryan knows. See, Ryan knows. He knows. Zach knows too. He just might not have had a girlfriend.
Lord Barber. Chet, you freaking old school like me. Yes, Tom. Yeah, me and Tom are in the same 60-year-old category, so we know the stuff that they use for commercials and stuff now. And you go, what's that background music on that commercial? Yeah. That's stuff we used to listen to. Can you believe that? Zach. Good morning. Did you miss me? Yes. Yeah, well, we knew you were out on a cruise, though, Lori, so we let you slide because you're out on a cruise having a good old time, you and Larry, and we've seen everybody. And Denise is going to send me the information so I can get a kilt like that, like Larry's got and Bruce has got and Kurt and everybody else and Dwayne. So I'm going to have a kilt, and you guys are going to wear them on the ABC cruise. I'm going to have one. Robin from Sea Lake Journeys done said I could get it. She says, find out what it is, where it is, and let's get it. I said, okay. Scott, if you come, you're going to bring a kilt too, buddy?
Sure, I'll wear it on my head.
No, you don't wear a kilt on your head?
Yeah, why not?
I don't even have an answer for that. Anybody want to take that one?
If I can get my mom to send me this picture that I'm so vividly remembering, I was taking a bath, so we'll have to blur out some pictures. But I put like this. We had like this Tupperware back in the day that reminds me of like an upside down kilt. Obviously, it's not because it was plastic, but like I put it on my head and they took a picture of me and it was like flaring off my head. It was kind of like imagine like a oyster shell. Like all around. I don't know what it really held in it or what it did. I don't know. Tupperware had some crazy shit back then. But I was using it as a bath toy, I guess. And I put it on my head and my mom took a picture. But when I said I would put the kilt on, that is what I was like imagining what it would look like, you know, if I put the kilt. Obviously, it would flop over. You know, I'd be like, but like, you know, like if I had like the kilt and I was able to iron it up, I would just kind of look like I was wearing like an oyster shell all over my head. I don't know.
Yeah, a green. I think it was green, so it'd be a green oyster shell.
Like a green oyster shell. Yeah.
Hey, Lee's here from across the pond. Hey, everyone in the chat. Right on, Lee. Good morning to you. Woo-hoo.
Also, by the way, I feel like Ryan should replace me right now because you two not wearing sleeves. I feel like you should make like the sleeveless boy podcast or something and just talk about, you know, all the different shirts you can wear with no sleeves on live.
Usually I put a shirt with sleeves on before I do the show. Sometimes, you know, other times I know I got a lot of yard work to do, so I don't. But
well, if you go on with him, you don't wear sleeves. That's the whole sleeveless podcast. You guys should talk about all the I don't know, problems you can get off your sleeves or something. I don't know.
How easy it is to put deodorant on.
There you go.
You know?
Deodorant reviews or, you know, sleeveless shirt reviews or.
See, I cut the neck out too, Scott. It's not just the sleeves.
There you go, Ryan. Cut the neck out.
I don't like necks like this, man. They drive me crazy.
Cut the neck out today for your Go Live Together shirt there, Ryan. Go get the scissors. The skizzes.
Get the scissors. That's what Jimmy would say is they're saying it in Boston, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, here you go. Yardbirds, Flying Burrito Brothers, and Cream. Oh, yeah. That's some really old stuff there. Yardbirds, you know, their singer left and went over to Bad Company there, Paul Rogers. Yeah, right about that. I got that one right. Sometimes I mix up stuff. Quiet, not white. We got you, Danny D. We got you. Scott, Zach, I expect royalties for you using our trademark poses.
The sleeveless scrapé. That's what you guys can call it. You guys can like the sleeveless scrapé with Sea Legs Journeys and PK Adventures Travel. Scrapé. But you got to say it like that and have the little thing over the E. Scrapé.
Scrapé.
And Ryan does all the French stuff anyway and all the voices, so you guys can have voiceovers for your intros. Hey, Ryan, I'm giving you an idea here, you know? The sleeveless scrapé.
That's an idea. That's an idea, all right.
Hey.
Yes, that about sums it up, Scott. Scott is 100% on the money.
Yep.
100% on the money, Scott. 158 days, though, till that ABC cruise. Come on, y'all, get a hold of Bruce at Ocean to Ocean today before it's too late, before it sells out. You never know. It could sell out, y'all.
It could.
You could. Laugh out loud, laugh out loud. But my wife always makes fun of me because I have a My Lady Jams Spotify playlist that is like twice as long as my Dudes playlist. I tend to like female vocalists more. I think he likes female posters more. That's what I think.
Because they don't wear sleeves.
Yeah, they don't wear sleeves. That's what it is, Ryan. You like them because they don't wear sleeves. Sleeves can affect your singing ability. I'm convinced. If you go to Nashville, be ready. Non-stop fun.
Oh, Nashville.
Yeah. As soon as they've got a cruise line that goes through there, not a river cruise either, an ocean cruise, I'm there. If it's normal size kilt, we have to wear it on his head so it'll fit him completely.
That's true. You're right. Zach's 100% right on that one.
Oh my gosh. Y'all are crazy. I'm sure Larry will sell his cheap. Oh no, he's going to need it again. Tell Larry he's going to need that again. You can't sell that. That's like my loincloths. I'm not selling my loincloths. I'm keeping them rascals. Hey, good morning. Good morning. We got good mornings from everybody. Good morning, John Gailor. Good morning, Zach Lee. If Scott come, I expect a jester outfit for the Mardi Gras bar crawl. I've got a jester hat too, so we'll make a good pair of jesters. How about that?
Pair of jesters.
Hello. Scott is so quiet without Eddie. What? Is that true?
I know it is so quiet, right?
Yeah. And hey, they're speaking of Jimmy. There's Jimmy right now. Good
Jimmy.
morning, campers.
Jimmy.
Good morning, campers. Hey, I got another cruise story though. I want everybody to chime in on too. That I heard this morning. A lady goes overboard. At least they didn't say fall. She climbed up on the railing. Why? Because can you guess why she climbed up on the railing?
Take a selfie?
Oh no.
Oh.
Maybe, but why? What impairs your judgment enough to do something stupid like that? Drinking. Yeah, exactly. So she was drunk and went overboard. They couldn't find her for a while, so she's gone. Our condolences to the family on that. However, now they're trying to sue the cruise line, saying the cruise line is responsible because they served her too many drinks. And so I don't know. They hold bars and bartenders responsible here on land. Do you think that's going to make it out to the ocean now on the cruise ships? What do you think, Scott?
As much as I would like to say yes, I don't think so, because the jurisdiction on the seas is a lot different, and unfortunately, they did lose somebody, and it is horrible. But it's just not. It's not enforced as hard as if it was something like that on land. So, yeah, I don't think so, because that is honestly, it's not the first time. And unfortunately, it's not going to be the last time. So it's, yeah.
Yeah. I think ultimately people need to be responsible for their own actions.
Of course. Basically what you sign in the contract. I mean, it basically says that in the smallest of the small of the tiniest print that you're basically responsible for thyself.
I think it should be that way on land too. I think it's bad when you go in and you're arresting some bartender. Well, that person was at your bar and they just drove and, got in a big old accident. And now it's your fault.
Right.
Is it really their fault? I mean, I don't know. If I'm on a jury, I'm not pawning a personal responsibility off on somebody else. I mean, if they tricked them, if these people are saying I need non-alcoholic drinks and you're like, I'm going to serve them alcohol anyway, then yeah, I think you're responsible. Absolutely. But otherwise, if you are doing it yourself, I think you need to.
Because hey, look, I mean, I've been on the other end. I've been a bartender, not at sea, but I've been a bartender, and on the other side, there's incentives and things that bartenders have, right? Sales goals and sales incentives and things like that. And it's not saying that you're forcing alcohol on, right? But if somebody wants something and you sell them a top shelf and, let's say you get rid of the bottle and you get, a certain commission or a certain percentage or a certain whatever for it, right? There is that. And there's that pretty much, I wouldn't say in all jobs, but in some jobs, there are incentives. I mean, at one of my jobs, I have a sales incentive. I'm a sales associate. So there have been things put in place. And even at sea, I know there's bartenders that get maybe not per drink. And I'm not talking about per drink, but let's just say selling you the drink package, right? The bartender, if you walk on a ship, I don't know if any of you know this, but if you walk on the ship the day of your cruise and you go up to a random bartender and say, hey, Edgar, how much is the drink package? And he's like, well, for today, because you didn't book it before, it's $265, yada, yada. And you're like, okay, take my stateroom card, right? And you buy it from Edgar. He gets credit for selling you the drink package, right? And gets something for that. right?
Oh.
Commission money, a day off, whatever. He gets something for it. Okay. So that is something that is driven to help the sales of the company, right? You have to understand, right? Alcohol and sales of alcohol is a company. Right. It's this not just like, hey, it's some guy in the back room that's like, yeah, we need another 5 bottles of rum up front. Like, no. This is a business. Carnival is a business. Holland America is a business. The burger place down the street is a business. Chili's is a business. Okay. These are all businesses in place to make money. Yes, they have a lot of revenues in the bucket. They can sell you a burger, they can sell you a beer, they can sell you, whatever. They can sell you all you can eat, they can sell you many different things. But alcohol is a big part of the revenue that a lot of these companies make on sea and on land, right? So that is never going to stop. The pushing and the selling, pushing is a bad word, but the selling of alcohol is never going to stop for these companies. And they're always going to find the the loopholes and the gray areas around it, because the money is there to drive it. And I'm not saying that they're doing it in a corrupt way where they're paying people off, but the money is driving them enough for them to find ways to still be able to serve alcohol in drink packages, still be able to sell top shelf liquor, still be able to do this, still be able to do that. They're still going to get past it, right? And while every time when I was on shift, if I saw somebody way over intoxicated, yes, I'm not going to serve them, right? But in the heat of the moment, when you have a rush of 85 people and, 40 of them are drunk, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, if somebody's coming up and throwing up like, I need another shot, I was like, buddy, you need to go and sit in the corner for a little while and relax and then come back up, right? I would still always use my judgment. But if somebody's like, hey, I need another drink, let's party, I'm like, okay, that guy's drunk, he's having a good time and he ain't, going anywhere. I'm going to serve him, right? And it's a judgment call. So at the end of the day, right, that's that gray area, but where you say, okay, that bartender is going to get arrested because he overserved versus, okay, well, he was also getting pushed heavily with sales goals and he had to make $8,700 because it was, the day before St. Patrick's Day. Right? So it's like, okay, well, I'm trying to make my sales goal and actually do my job here. And then I'm going to get arrested for, a drunk guy making, stupid decisions that was basically his own decisions, but because I overserved him and he looked a little drunk, right? And I'm not saying that I did. I'm just playing scenarios, right?
There's all kinds of scenarios that could play out like that,
right? Because these companies want to make money and it's all driven by the money. Unfortunately, everything is driven by money. And then when it gets driven too much by money and then it's greed, that's when bad things happen, right?
I still go to ultimately, I feel responsible for myself. No
100%.
matter where I'm at, on a ship, at a bar, whatever I drink is on me.
Right.
Not the bartender.
Or in me. It's in me, whatever.
Yeah, it's in me, on me. It's everywhere. It might be in the front of my car. I just wonder what's going to do to drink packages in the future. Because I know you've heard it many times. I know you've heard it probably more than I have. People are like, oh, a 15 drink limit. I've got to get to that 15.
100%.
I'm like, why? Why do you have to get to the 15? If I have 2 today, I'm okay with that. I don't feel a drive. I paid for 15. I got to have 15. But I know some people do. And I wonder if this is going to affect the drink packages, because that was mentioned in the article I read that, they had a drink package. I think she had 6 or 7 over a 6 or 7 hour period. So she had like 1 an hour over that time period.
Here's one thing that it might change, and it might change for the positive in it. And the cruise industries are going to take the marketing angle for this. And I'll tell you this before it even comes out, and you've heard it here. Okay. You're going to start to see a lot of these cruise companies that have caps on their drink package go to unlimited, right? For exactly what Chet just said, right? It becomes a competition. When you put a cap on something and tell somebody that they can't do something, hey, Chet, you got 10 drinks today. Fuck, I do. I got 10 plus I'm going to have 10 of my wife's. Okay. Watch that. Okay. It becomes a challenge, right? But then when you lift it and you say, hey, it's unlimited, you act like an adult, you be an adult, and you're treated like an adult. Here's an unlimited drink package. And you're like, well, now it's not as cool. Like now there's no race to anything. Yeah, it's unlimited. I can go get a bloody from the bar at the back if I wanted to. I can go get a cocktail from the piano bar. I can go to dinner and have 5 if I want to. It's like, now it's not fun. Now there's no competition. There's no cap. What am I competing against? The next drunkest guy at the bar? I already did that with the 15 when you challenged me, Carnival or whoever. I know there's other companies that have caps. But that's where I see the change coming to. And then them obviously marketing it towards, okay, unlimited. You're going to get the unlimited at sea. You get free Wi-Fi. You get the unlimited drink package. And you get unlimited trips to Cuccia del Capitano. And they call it, all Italian at sea. Carnival, you steal that one, I'm taking 2% because that one's damn good. Okay.
That's a good one. Yeah. Hey, let's say good morning right here to Thai Sport coming in and Carmelin for the win. Come on, Carmen. Yeah, thanks for y'all coming in. We appreciate y'all so much. Joining us here.
Don't you see it going more towards that, Chet? Like where it's not a competition and it's like, hey, you want to be an adult and you want to come and cruise as an adult. We're going to treat you as an adult, and this is what we're doing. We're not capping you like a 5-year-old child anymore.
Either that or the other bookend of that would be no more drink packages. You just pay for them as you buy them.
Oof, that would I think that would be too crippling to the cruise industry, and I think that would hurt revenue too much for these cruise companies. I think it sounds good, but I just think it's too revenue crippling.
It'd be interesting. See how it's going to play out. Like you say, we'll see if that ends up in court. I don't know. If I'm on a jury, I don't see how as a bartender. I've never been a bartender, but I've been in bars. I mean, you got 200 people in there, and maybe you've got 2 or 3 bartenders. How can you keep track of 100 people? And some people go drunk a different way, as you described. Some of them. Some get angry. Some get and other ones just get quiet, and other ones just all of a sudden throw up. And I mean, you just don't know what you're going to get. How can you gauge so many different people, and how much is too much for some people? Some people drink half a dozen drinks and look like they're just fine until they try to do something. They're sitting there having a normal conversation. You think they're okay, and then they go to stand up, and what's going on? Yeah, So I don't know. I wouldn't want to be responsible. I wouldn't want to. I mean, if it's obvious to you, sure, you want to stop, but it's not always obvious to you. I wouldn't think. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Squirrel World Shirley right there bringing some glitter bombs. Come on, glitter bombs right on Shirley. I don't think it will fly on the cruise ships. I don't think so either, Lori. I think like you and Scott, I agree with you. I don't think it's going to fly. I think the cruise line is going to get CLIA involved and their attorneys, and they're going to be like, nope. Hello. House smells like herb sourdough bread cooking. Oh my gosh. We need scratch and itch television.
Scratch and sniff squirrels edition.
Scratch and sniff. But at some point, you're no longer able to make sound decisions. That is why you can't enter into a contract while intoxicated.
That is very true. Yeah. Never talk business when you are intoxicated. Yep. JG knows. JG.
You know it.
Jimmy.
You know it. All right. So, hey, well, I think we figured that one out. So let's talk about Jamaica reopening in December.
Oof.
Jamaica was closed up for the hurricane. Didn't stay closed up long. They're going to be open by December. How about that? That's a pretty fast clean up and get up and go by the cruise line, who, by the way, between Royal and Carnival have each donated $1 million each towards those efforts. Royal Caribbean, or not Royal Caribbean, but NCL put in another $200,000, I think. So $2.2 million from the cruise lines to help clean up that mess so that they can get the ships back in there. And I'm sure the Jamaican government and the Jamaican people are like, yay, thank you, cruise lines.
Yes, for sure. For sure. I still have not heard back from my good friend Janelle. I heard back from her earlier last week before it had hit land on Monday of last week. And then come Tuesday, I've not heard from her since. So we'll keep on reaching out. Still pinging. and she's usually pretty fast back. I know the time change is a little off, so usually sometimes I'll get the message maybe the next day, if at most. But yeah, it's been almost a week since I've heard from Janelle, so I hope that she is safe. I hope her family is safe. She took Ross and I and a bunch of the other cruisers, my aunt, on a wonderful excursion. That was probably the fourth excursion I had done with her. She actually took us to her son's school as part of the tour, a special part of the tour that was not part of it until she had talked to me about it. And I thought it was a good idea. And we went to the school. All of the kids performed for us. So that was amazing. She is an amazing, amazing human being. There are some really amazing people down in Jamaica. Like everywhere, obviously there's crime, and I'm sure you've heard some bad stories about Jamaica, but I can tell you some bad stories about New York and Arizona and everywhere else. So
Detroit and Miami,
everywhere.
You know it.
But there are some really good people in Jamaica with some really amazing hearts. So
I've met a few of them.
Pray for
Hey,
me.
good morning to Liam right there. Liam's having fun. We are on early today because everybody else is out.
Yeah.
Eddie's out. Jen's out. Kurt and Marsha's out, so me and Scott are like, well, we'll step up and take one for the team. Because why? Because we love y'all. That's why. Hey,
Ride and shine, baby.
And Kathy's here. Travel Cake Trips. Good morning to you. Woohoo! Thanks for joining us here on this lovely Tuesday morning. Where, by the way, it was like 53 degrees here this morning. So I love it. Love it. Feels great. Yeah. And Tom and Terry, or Tom is working, lurking, and always twerking on a pole. That's for sure. Don't work too hard, Tom. You know it. Check it out. 40 degrees up there with Chris. Woo! That is cold, y'all. I don't buy the drink package. A Carnival, we don't buy the drink package because it's too doggone expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So what we do is we take a couple of sodas on there, or we buy the soda package. We'll buy that and then order one of the bottles that's sent to our cabin.
Smart.
Some rum, and we just make our own, walk around the ship with them and all that.
Yeah. Perfect.
It's more cost effective, and it's okay. She has ginger ale and coconut rum, and I have coconut rum, so it works out good for us. But on Princess, we get the drink package because we get the premier package, which includes it along with the internet and the gratuities. And let me tell you, that package on Princess is the same price as just the drink package on Carnival. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, check it out. They're starting to increase the prices on a little bit, though, because they know what a great deal it is. But, you got a different clientele on that. You just don't hear of people falling off the ship on Princess from drinking. You just don't.
Right.
I mean, I can't recall ever hearing that. And you just don't see anybody snockered on the ship. They're just not there for that. They got the drink package. Snockered.
There's a good word.
Snockered.
Wow.
2 sails in the wind. Y'all heard that. John's got 41. If she had 1 hour to think, I think she would have lost before she steps in the courtroom. If she had 1 hour, that's what they say. I mean, that's what I read, Lori. The true facts will come out in the courtroom, I'm sure, what happened. And some people sneak alcohol on board. I ain't saying she did. I'm just saying some people do. Or some people bring on their 2 bottles of wine, too. Or they also bought, like I did, got the sodas they brung with them, and they get the bottles from the ship. And yet they still got the drink package. So they're drinking that. They're drinking this over here in the room. How does the bartender know that? The ship don't even know that. But drinking shouldn't be a competition. That's what I say, Jimmy. I see just how good I can feel on the least amount of drinks. That's my goal. Mm-hmm. If one does it, I'm good. If I go to a second one an hour later, okay. But that's my competition. How far can I get with the least amount? Her family, yeah, I feel bad for her family, but. Hey, Vicky's here from Foodies Vacations. Unlimited drinks are served on all inclusive resorts, and they don't get sued for it. That's a good point, Vicky. I hadn't even considered that because, there's a lot of all-inclusive resorts that have open bar. You buy it and you got the open bar and the food and everything, and I'm glad you let us know that, because they're going to look for precedents somewhere. Somebody's going to bring up what they do here on land. Somebody's going to say, "Oh, what about inclusive resorts?" And oh boy, it's interesting stuff, ain't it? All right, Virgin sells bar tabs. That's right. That works out pretty good too, Scott. I don't know if you know about that, but Virgin, you just pay like $200 to say, I want a $200 bar tab. Well, they give you $225. They give you an extra little bonus, and that's the dollar amount you have. And use your little wristband. So you might buy a $10 drink over there and a $12 drink over here, and it just comes off. And then when your money runs out, they let you know, you got the money. You want to buy more?
It's like a bar checking account.
Exactly.
Without balancing anything, you're just balancing yourself.
But on Virgin, I can buy it for. I buy one. I'll say, "Oh yeah, give me one of those, and give Scott one, and give Vicky one, and pay for all y'all on my band." And do that with the drink pack.
Round on Chet.
Just saying. And we've done that. I've sat there in the dining room on the ship, Virgin Voyages, and ordered 3 bottles of wine, and passed them out to our table.
Look at you.
So, yeah,
I'm sure Tom was there. Sounds like
no, Tom wasn't there.
No.
We didn't know anybody on those Virgin cruises. Well, we did after that, but we had a lot of friends. But
it sounded like a Salmonier or Salmonier. How do you say that? Salmonier.
A little bit. Is that Klingon?
Tom, how do you say that word? The wine word, the sommelier. Sommelier. I thought the sommelier would be present, Mr. Tom.
Yeah, that's one way to make friends on a ship. I look to my left. I go, "Hey, y'all like wine? Yeah. Are you like a Moscato? Yeah. How about y'all? Yeah. 3 bottles of Moscato." Everybody at the table is your friend. Hey, Scott Smith just joined us. Good morning. He's driving and listening right on. Scott, appreciate you so much, brother, driving and listening with us. And I love it when I see Scott in there, because I feel like I'm driving and listening too with you, brother.
Driving and listening.
And Jan's here too from JJ's Adventures. Good morning, Jan. Woohoo! How's it going this morning? Happy Tuesday to you. And my friend, hey, there's Linda Montemare. Hey, Linda, how you doing this morning? My friend in Jamaica said the government is beginning to come around. He lost part of the roof on the house, but said they're beginning to get things going. I'm just happy they're okay. Yeah. That's great. And there's going to be a whole lot of churches in America that's going to send a whole lot of missionaries and a whole lot of money and a whole lot of building materials and water and food and all that stuff down there. That's just what they do. That's what they do. All that aid's going to go down, plus whatever the government does for them too. And I'm glad to see it. And then the cruise lines pitching in like they do. That's why it's coming back together so fast. The more help you got, the more cooperation you got. I love it. I love it. So a bad story can turn into a feel-good story at the same time, good morning, Vicky. Hey, I'll watch the replay of your stream. Have work. All right. Okay, Danny D's watching replays and stuff. I do that too, Danny. Cruising with Chet and Robin on my next Virgin cruise. Okay, write that down, Vicky.
Yeah, she wants a bottle of wine. That's why.
I'll hook you up, Vicky. I'll hook you up. Don't worry. If you sit with us, you'll have a bottle of wine. I've never purchased any drink on a cruise other than coffee. They need a package for that. Do they have a package just for that? I know that you can get. I don't know on Virgin, you can use the package just for that stuff. If you buy the bar tap thing, you can get just juice or just the coffee, the buy stuff. You don't have to get alcohol with it. So I know you can do it like that on Virgin. And I know the Princess one includes everything, because I don't actually drink alcohol all the time either. I'll get the mocktails, and I love the fresh squeezed juices, and some of them are like $9 a glass too.
They are. Oh, they're expensive.
And some brownies too for Vicky. No, don't need her hyper going boom, boom on the floor. Okay. Zach says Royal has a coffee card that you purchase aside from a drink package. Did you know about that, Scott?
No, I did not actually.
I didn't either. I think I heard something about it a long time ago. It sounds familiar, but I never would have remembered it enough to actually say it out loud. So That's a good tip there, Zach. Royal has a coffee card, and I think they have Starbucks on their ship too. Does it include the Starbucks or just their own expensive coffee?
No, I think it includes Starbucks.
I would think that it would, but you never know, right? Hey, Chris, that's what Jess does. Jess gets the coffee thing. We don't drink no coffee. Robin from Sea Lake Journeys, she's such a tea snob that she takes her own tea. Scott, do you take your own coffee?
I do. I take my own coffee, my own little setup. Yep.
So you're a coffee snob like Robin's a tea snob.
I am. In fact, yes, I am.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Yes, you can have Bubbles package. It's just for coffee and non-alcoholic drinks. Okay. The Bubbles package, we use it for the Coke and stuff, Jimmy, but I did not know it covered the coffee and non-alcoholic drinks too, though. How about that? I got to pay better attention. It's been a while since I've been on Carnival, but I'm fixing to go in April, so I need to know this stuff. Y'all refresh my memory. Thank you so much for that, Jimmy. We appreciate this information, y'all. Yeah, the coffee card includes Starbucks. There you go. Absolutely. That one's Carnival that Jimmy's talking about. Yeah. If I went on a cruise, I'd get the Bubbles package, all the soda I can drink. That's right, Danny. And it's available to you to go get anytime you want.
Danny would be soda drunk.
Oh, Danny would be running around that ship. Her and Sensei Wabbit would be off the chain. Oh, my goodness. I take my tea, too, now. Lori is a tea snob, too, now. Thanks to Robin from Sea Lake Journeys. Look at this. Vicky takes her own tea, too, and ginger tea in case of indigestion. How about that? We got some tea snobs in here. I love it. I like the tea that Robin from Sea Lake Journeys makes, some of it. So once in a while, I'll have some. Okay. Hey, well, I'm so glad that Jamaica is going to be open back up in December. Anybody going to Jamaica anytime soon on a cruise?
Not me.
No? And when is your next cruise, Scott?
2027 as of right now. I don't have one for 2026 yet. I'm just trying to figure out all my PTO, and then we're gonna figure out what cruise we're gonna end up
on. Yeah, right on. Yeah, we've got, of course, we got the ABC in 2026, but I'm still looking at 2027 too. I just can't figure it out. I am going to do a Margaritaville in 2026 if they still have the free one for the military. I'm going to pick one. Or even if I don't pick one, they're free ones because, they'll show you a whole bunch of offers. Here's the ones you can get for free, but here's one if you want to pay, $50, or $100, you can get this. So sometimes that might even be a better thing. I'm a big coffee drinker. Lee's drinking coffee all the time. The new coffee package is for all non-alcoholic beverages. Okay, so they have the new. I like the way Lori phrased that, the new one. So I'm thinking back to the old one probably. That sometimes if it's a while back, I don't know what the new stuff is. So thanks for letting us know that, Lori. And Lori just got off a Carnival ship, so she got firsthand information there. But look at this. Danny's going to be running around with me and Scott and Chris and Liz and Greg and Michelle and everybody else. And Sensei Wabbit, don't forget him, Danny.
Everybody.
Scott, come on, gobble till you wobble cruise. What is the gobble till you wobble cruise? What is that? When is that? Let us know in the chat, Zach. Scott should go to Helen wink so I can meet him. Yeah, definitely want to meet Danny D.
Oh, I definitely want to meet Danny D.
Danny D's awesome. The Starbucks that you can get from Royal's own cafe promenade is included in the drink package. However, if you go to the specific branded Starbucks kiosk on the ships, it is not. Go figure. Okay. So that's a little tricky thing there, ain't it? Because I'll be thinking I can get it anywhere, and I go over to Starbucks, it don't work there. You got to go to their regular Royal coffee stations. That's important stuff to know right there, y'all. Anybody's going on Royal Caribbean and you're planning on getting that package, this is something you need to know before you go. I just threw that in there, Scott. You see that?
No, before you go.
Scott might be going to the Helen. Hey, Liam says, I was just purchasing an a la carte and realized the drink package was more economical for me. Once you drink 5 drinks per day, you need the drink package. And I'm around 10 to 15 drinks a day. I'm around 2 to 3 drinks a day myself. But That's if I'm having alcoholic drinks. But then I add in those juices I like at $9 a piece. I'm gonna have at least one, if not two. And then I add in the sodas. I'm gonna drink. I drink Cokes on the ship. I don't drink them at home like alcohol, but I'll drink 3 or 4 or 5 or 7 Cokes on the ship too. And then you throw all that stuff in, and all of a sudden it's worth it. It's worth it. You know. Plus, who wants to keep track of all that receipts at the end of the day?
No one.
I don't remember going to that bar. Did we go to that bar?
Did we go there?
I thought I only had one juice. I don't remember getting, I don't like doing that. That drives me nuts. I don't want to do that on my vacation. It's silly since it's the same coffee, just one at the branded Starbucks and the other at the Cafe Promenade. I know it's just silly, ain't it? I wonder why they did that. What could possibly be the reason behind that?
That is kind of weird.
Huh?
That is kind of weird.
It's very weird, isn't it? Very, very weird. It's the Cam Fam, Coker Culture, and Team Rixie, Ascalon Thanksgiving cruise next year.
The Cam Coker cruise.
Yeah, and Ascalon going on a Thanksgiving cruise. How about that? I've never been on a Thanksgiving cruise. How about you, Scott?
No, I don't think so. Not on a Thanksgiving. Halloween, but not Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I've done a few Halloweens, and I've cruised in November, but it was too far early in the November for it to be considered a Thanksgiving cruise. So I've never done that. Yeah, we'll have to check that out, because I don't have anything. That's next year, though, so I won't be able to do it next year. If it's 2027, I would probably look at it. I'll be bringing my wheelchair. Asked Darian, and he suggested me bringing it. Oh, yeah, Danny. If you go over and check out the videos like from Captain Billy's got some good videos on the meetup up there in Georgia. If you check out Captain Billy's videos, you'll see there's a lot of walking. So you're going to want your chair. Yeah.
And good walking shoes.
Yep. Definitely take your chair there, Danny D. You're going to need it. Cheers was always the way I did my non-alcoholic drinks because it included shakes and coffee drinks. Yeah, that's right. I did include shakes. I used to drink a lot of shakes. Man, back in the day, I used to suck down them shakes, Scott. Let me tell you what. Ryan's right on the drink package.
Oh, good.
But the coffee car on Royal works at the actual Starbucks location, too. Oh, okay. Drink package. You can't go to the Starbucks labeled one, the name one, but with the card, you can. Man, that's confusing. There's a lot of information to know here.
Too many restrictions.
It'll drive you crazy.
And for that reason, I am out.
Jan says, I wasn't able to get on YouTube yesterday. We were out in the sticks looking at properties. Oh, looking at properties. Oh, that sounds exciting. We got some property available down here, Jan. I'm just saying, Central Florida. Come check us out. It's filling up fast. Especially squeezed juices aren't covered. Oh, no, they aren't. They are on Princess on my drink package, but they're not on Carnival with the Bubbles package. Okay, got that, Lori. How are we supposed to remember all this, Scott? How do we remember all this?
I don't know.
We don't. That's why we have to have a whole chat full of people to help us remember everything. And I'm glad y'all are here to learn us this here stuff. Starbucks lawyers and contract makes the difference. Yep. That's what it comes down to. Yep. Has anyone ever been on a New Year's Eve cruise? I have. How about you, Scott?
No, but I want to go. That would be one of the next holidays that I am most interested in cruising.
We did an 11-day Princess cruise. 11 days it went over New Year's. It was fantastic on the Sky Princess. Check that out, Kathy. We got the whole thing on Sky Princess over there on our channel. But I would do New Year's again. It does cost more, though. Just a warning. So if it's on your bucket list to do, just be prepared to pay a little bit more for that cruise than you would other times of the year. I don't like Starbucks, Lori says. Robin didn't care for it either. When she drank coffee, she preferred Dunkin' Donuts over Starbucks. How does the bar tab work on Virgin Voyages? It got a little wristband, and you prepay. They have certain dollar amounts you can buy. $200, $300, $400, and they always give you a little extra. So if you buy a $300 bar tab, they'll give you another $50 or whatever. and you just use that scanner. You just order your drink. I want a gin and tonic. They scan it right there. It comes off of that money, and you can't purchase anything else on that bar tab. The bar tab is only for your drinks. Now you can buy the juices and specialty coffees, things like that, anything that you can drink that costs money, but you can't use it to go buy a t-shirt. So it's not like onboard credit like you're used to on other cruise lines. It is strictly for something you're going to drink. And it's a dollar amount that you decide. And when it runs out, you can go add more. Woo! If I drink too much coffee, I get the shakes.
Like it.
Yeah, what do you think about that drink package, Scott, of Virgin Voyages? Will that work for you?
I'm for it. Sign me up. Give me a tab.
Yeah, I think I kind of liked it. I usually cruise on my birthday, November 17th, but didn't this year because George saved PTO for a December meetup with his family. Oh, okay. Yeah, you usually cruise in November. That's cool there, Vicky. Don't forget November 10th this year. Semper Fi to all the Marines out there. It's going to be a Marine Corps birthday, 250 years. Woo-hoo. How about that? Chet, did you shake bring the girls to the yard? Does your shake bring the girls to the yard? Let's find out. Me and Scott got it going on here this morning, y'all. Oh my God, that's so funny, Zach. So many loopholes and differences between the different packages. Just make it the same and work everywhere. I know. Why do they want to make our vacation complicated?
Right.
Why do they want to do that, Scott? Oh my gosh, it's almost time for us to get out of here, y'all. Thanks, Chet, but we're trying to find something closer to our daughter, looking for acreage. Okay, I hear you. I know what you mean. Our acreage around here, the prices is going up crazy. It's going up crazy. I've been on a New Year's Eve cruise. All right, Ryan's been on one too. Woohoo! I recommend everybody give it a whirl. We haven't been on Princess yet. It's on our list of cruise lines to try. I recommend it, Kathy. I think you'll like it. I love it. It's my favorite cruise line. Uh-oh, what happened? Did you enjoy it? Any special events? Oh, yeah, they have a New Year's Eve party. I don't remember jack about packages. Chat GPT. I went on MSC for New Year's 2007. The Lyrica was beautiful, but they weren't ready yet. Oh, yeah. Man, that's why I don't go on ships too early. Oh, wow, I got so much chat here. I got to run fast, Scott. Oh, Chad, did you confirm you needed the bar tab for specialty coffee, or was that included with the normal fare on Virgin? No, the specialty coffee, you'll have to use your... And I got a video coming out. I'm going to work on that for you, Ryan, too. But I got a picture of all the prices up there. And Robin from Sea Lake Journeys looked at the prices. She goes, wow, that's really reasonable prices for that. And they have their own little coffee stand and everything. So, yeah, you have to use your little bar tab to do that, to get those drinks, the specialty coffee.
Pretty good.
Wait, I think you just said you need to use it. Working and lurking. I know, I got you, Ryan. I do that too. Working and lurking. Sometimes I have to go back to a show and rewind the section where I want to hear what they said. Too early for that shake. Scott, where's the hot dog? Okay. Oh, man. We did attend the party, but midnight balloon drop, but nothing else. They did have a champagne. You could get New Year's Eve swag all over the place. How about that? It's party time. Guys, it's 8:58. Scott, I sure appreciate you being here with us this morning. So don't forget, Mondays, 8:30, we got the Conscious Cruiser podcast on Spotify and on YouTube at the Conscious Cruiser channel. Yes. Woo! And don't forget to go check out the Tobacco Hornworm Sphinx Mox over there on Fluttering Dreams Butterfly Ranch. Look at that crazy caterpillar. And you believe that thing, Scott?
That is a crazy caterpillar. Look at that thing.
Check out that video and see what he turns into. Turns into a moth that flies like a hummingbird. All right, guys, I sure appreciate y'all. I want to say thank you to everybody who's watching, everybody who's subscribed, everybody who's lurking, working, twerking, hashtag replay, looking in the window, whatever you're doing. And thanks to these people right here.
Thank you.
Okay, it's go live together time, Scott, right?
Yeah, go live together. Rise and shine, raid.
And when do we see you next time?
Tomorrow on Jimmy's.
6 a.m.?
Eastern Standard.
All right, brother, we'll see you there. And until next time, we'll see you around the channel.
See you around the channel.
Well, thank you very much.